Queen Elizabeth's harsh words for grandson Prince William that stuck in his mind. Queen Elizabeth II was widely admired for her composure and lifelong sense of duty. Yet behind the calm public image she was also a strict disciplinarian at home. Even her favorite grandson Prince William was not spared from her sharp corrections. One particular scolding from the late monarch left a lasting mark on the future king. The incident occurred when William was still a young boy full of energy and mischief. He had been playing noisily in one of the private corridors of Buckingham Palace. The Queen was working in her private apartments nearby when the disturbance reached her. She summoned the young prince and delivered a firm but measured reprimand. According to royal insiders who spoke to biographers over the years, the words were few but carried extraordinary weight for a child of his age. "William, you are going to be king one day, and kings do not behave like that." Those simple stern words reportedly hit the young prince like a thunderbolt. The phrase, "stuck in his mind," has been repeated in several trusted royal accounts. It reflected the moment William first truly understood the weight of his future role. The Queen did not raise her voice or show outward anger. Her tone was calm, measured, and profoundly serious. That quiet authority made the rebuke far more powerful than any shouted command. William later confided to close friends that the words remained vivid for decades. He realized in that instant that kingship was not merely a title or a privilege. It demanded self-control, dignity, and constant awareness of example at all times. The story first surfaced in detailed biographies published after the Queen's passing. Multiple sources, including former palace staff, corroborated the essential details. One courtier who witnessed similar moments described the Queen as formidable but fair. She believed early discipline shaped character far better than later indulgence ever could. William was not the only grandchild to receive such direct royal guidance. Prince Harry too has spoken of receiving firm but loving corrections from his grandmother. Yet the exchange with William carried extra significance because of his position. As the direct heir, he bore the heaviest expectations from the very beginning. The Queen's parenting philosophy blended affection with unwavering high standards. She wanted her grandchildren to grow up grounded despite their extraordinary circumstances. William has often spoken publicly about the profound influence his grandmother had on him. He credits her with teaching him patience, duty, humor, and quiet strength. The "kings do not behave like that" moment became a private touchstone for him. Friends say he still recalls it whenever he feels the burden of his future crown. As he matured into adulthood, the words helped shape his approach to fatherhood. William and Catherine strive to raise George, Charlotte, and Louis with similar balance. They combine warmth and love with clear boundaries and respect for responsibility. The Queen's example continues to guide the Wales family even after her passing. Royal biographers note that Elizabeth II rarely raised her voice with anyone. When she did speak sternly, the effect was immediate and unforgettable. In William's case, the brief reprimand served as an early lesson in kingship. It taught him that leadership begins with self-mastery long before it involves others. The incident has been described as harsh only because of its lasting impact. In reality, it was delivered with love, care, and complete belief in the boy's potential. William himself has never spoken negatively about the moment. Instead, he views it as one of the formative experiences that prepared him for his role. Now as Prince of Wales and future king, he carries that childhood lesson forward. Every public appearance, every speech, and every decision reflects the Queen's influence. The story also humanizes both grandmother and grandson in the public imagination. It shows that even future monarchs were once ordinary children needing guidance. Queen Elizabeth II ruled for over 70 years with unmatched dignity and grace. Yet her greatest legacy may lie in the quiet personal moments like this one. She shaped not only a nation but also the character of the man who will succeed her. The words, "Kings do not behave like that," echo through the decades unchanged. They remain a reminder that true leadership is built on discipline, humility, and example. William carries them in his mind as he prepares for the throne that awaits him. The incident, though small in scale, was monumental in its lifelong effect. A grandmother's firm voice helped forge a king who will one day lead the nation. As Britain remembers Queen Elizabeth II, her grandson remembers her words most of all. They stuck in his mind then and they guide him still today. The story of that childhood scolding is more than royal anecdote. It is a powerful illustration of how character is quietly shaped behind palace doors. In the end, it was not crowns or ceremonies that defined the Queen's influence. It was moments like these brief private exchanges that left the deepest imprint. William has grown into a prince who embodies the values she instilled. Duty, service, humility, and quiet strength all trace back to lessons learned early. The harsh words of a grandmother became the foundation stones of a future reign. And they continue to resonate long after the Queen herself has left the stage.